So here we are. It's Daikaiju Network. It's a commentary on Pulgasari, the lovely cinematic monster film from North Korea, 1985. We have a healthy obsession with Daikaiju here, except maybe this one. I am your co-host, Kenton. With me is your other co-host,
Jason. How's it going, everyone?
So here we are with a pretty, in my opinion, underwhelming film. A film that I was very pissed off at Jason for picking for this particular commentary. But the good news is that we're peeling it off like a Band-Aid.
Yes. At least we're just going to get it out of the way. So at least we're halfway there. We've already talked about the movie, I think, several months ago. And then now we're getting around to the commentary.
But here's the idea that I was having for this, okay? You and I, for a roughly odd number of months, have been talking about finding other giant monster films and incorporating them into our podcast for future discussions and commentaries. My whole plot with that was that should we continue to add more movies, we could push this motherfucker all the way closer to the end. Sadly, that did not happen. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Just not have me around.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, we might as well go through the history of this thing here. You know, I mean, I've seen this thing, I think, a couple times already, and we last discussed it with a special guest. This was probably back in 2013, the early part of 2013, I believe it was, when we did the actual discussion. And there were three of us on that discussion. I was probably the less thrilled about this film. If I remember, we're kind of more in the middle about it. You kind of saw both the pros and the cons, but we're a bit more lenient on it. And then our guest at the time, William, was more the fan of the movie. He was the one who enjoyed it the most. And so I think it was a very interesting discussion that we had, because typically when we have done these discussions, either with you and I, or with us two and another one to number of guests in the past, most of the time it seems like we're kind of more or less on the same page about our views on a particular film. And if we deviate, it's not that much of a deviation. And I'm not looking forward to this, as the opening indicates and as what I've been saying thus far. But I'm not a fan of this movie, and I'm not looking forward to it, but here we are. Jason, here.
Well, when it comes to this, I didn't think it was that long ago when we last
it was like early 2013, yeah.
It felt like it was only a few so years ago when we talked about it, but
almost a decade now.
Yeah, so I think that might have been the last time I've seen this movie, or probably one last time. I can't remember when specifically, if I did have had another viewing on my own. But my guess was that when we discussed about Pulgasari on the podcast many years ago, that was probably the last time I watched it. But I can't remember that long ago. But with what Kent said about me being in the middle of the road, I can kind of see myself doing that. So I don't know the exact score that I had at the time, because I think during that time we were still doing kind of the 1 out of 10 rating then. So
yeah, I don't remember either. I think obviously mine was going to be very much towards the bottom.
But I can at least remember that as far as the suit design of Pulgasari, I think it's pretty unique, and I do like the design of it. And then as far as some of the miniatures, I mean, there really isn't that much there, but I think they did a pretty decent job with it. Otherwise, but as far as the story, I mean, it's kind of your usual trope sort of thing when it comes to a communistic country and stuff. But yeah.
Well, I mean, feudal Korea, and I'm not familiar with Korean history, so don't quote me on any of this. But
Same here, yeah.
I mean, I know that there was the demilitarized zone established, I believe, right after the Korean War in the 50s. But I'm not familiar as far as like were there still warring sections for much of its history? Like, was it still kind of a North versus South type of deal?
Or like, as far as tribal groups like feudal Japan was at the time.
I mean, I'm positive the feudal tribes thing is almost a constant kind of throughout most of that region, not in all places, but it's just a question of, it's more of a question of regions. Was it still regional like it was, during the build up to the Korean War, like 60 years ago now? That I have no clue on any of that. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're watching on YouTube because you can find several versions of it on YouTube. Jason said that the best picture that he's found of the film on YouTube was from a provider called Vulture. So he would recommend that. That's the one that we're going to watch. And again, if you have not joined us with previous commentaries, I'm going to count down from 3. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And when I say go, that's when we hit play on, in this case, on the YouTube player. So unless you got something else you want or need to say, I think we're ready to go.
Yeah, as far as needing to say anything before we move on, I just want to let everyone know, if you haven't subscribed already to any of our social medias, please do so. Even like if you're watching on YouTube or some of the other providers, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below this video or on top or wherever it could be. Do that, and you can watch us anywhere on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and as well as DLive. You can listen to our audio versions of our podcast at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and as well as TuneIn.
Did you put a graphic of that up here?
We've got that down below on the ticker.
Oh, okay.
Here, so it kind of looks every time. So,
all right. So, do you want to go? Let's just do the countdown here first, and then you can put the graphic up. Yep. All right. You ready?
Yep. So okay. I'm ready.
Remember, when I say go, that's when we start. All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and then I'll put up the graphic here so you won't see our ugly faces. Yeah, as far as this music, I don't know. It sort of gives me this vibe. But I don't know.
I will say
what kind of vibe it's giving me.
I will say the music here is pretty darn good. To me, it gives off a vibe of mild creepiness, but mainly sadness. And I remember kind of the general gist of this story being where the... Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. One of the main female characters is and I don't remember because this is, again, my first time in nearly a decade watching it. She's connected with Pulgasari in some way and ends up, in order to defeat Pulgasari, he has to literally consume her and she dies with him.
And also, if you haven't watched our discussion, and I'm not sure if we've done a commentary yet on it, Galgameth. It's basically a remake of Pulgasari.
A Western remake, a Knights type of retelling instead of feudal Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And Galgameth, I remember that.
Surprisingly, that one is a pretty good one. It's sort of surpassed our expectations.
I was about to say, I'm like, that probably was the surprise of last year, because I especially am just like, oh, son of a bitch. And, you and I, we were getting ready for the actual podcast discussion. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, this was actually pretty I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it was a lot better than I expected.
Yeah.
It's this gal right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's a history, of some of the people who worked on the Toho Godzilla movies being involved in the production of this. I'm not going to say definitively as far as exactly what happened, just because my memory of what happened and when is incredibly fuzzy at this point. But there was a book that I should have purchased, because I found it at one point here, like 6-7 years ago, and didn't buy it, where it was about the history of the production of this. And then I've heard about it elsewhere on other podcasts, and I've read about it elsewhere on various websites as well. But yeah, a few of the people from Japan who worked on the Godzilla films kind of helped with the production of this lousy piece of garbage.
Yeah. And then as far as the director who directed this, he was actually kidnapped in 1978. And
I thought about using the K word, but I'm like, I'm not so so certain.
Well, I'm just kind of going according to you.
Well, I know. I wasn't going to say it because, like I said, my memory of this stuff is very fuzzy. By the way, if this is the best picture quality you could find, boy, I'd hate to see the picture quality of the other ones.
Well, from what I've seen on the other one, it, like, when it came to that logo and stuff, the picture of it from this one to that one, this one was so clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least thankfully the subtitles are baked right into this thing.
Yeah, like Mill Creek, take some notes on this. Typically we make fun of just about every movie. We do a commentary on this one. I think for sure definitely deserves it.
Please give me my punishment.
So Nightwolf here is about to turn into his animality.
I want my sexual punishment.
Oh, geez. Give me the hot iron of that weapon right there.
I will find out who gave me this black eye.
The problem is that this is subbed, and it's going to be, at least for me, a bit harder to follow as we're talking here. Our useless commentary that is being projected into the void that is the internet.
Are you ready to face your opponents in combat?
Bum 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 bum. Test your might. Dun 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 dun. Now he's turned into Liu Kang.
Take that, air.
You're so stupid.
Oh, my back! Yeah, I'll just completely ignore you.
Your mama's so stupid, she stared at a cup of orange juice for 12 hours because it said concentrate.
Okay.
Your mama's so stupid. She took a bowl outside because the meteorologist said it was chilly.
Hey, one more thing. Get rid of that blankie of yours.
What are you, Linus? If she's Linus, man, she could like turn that thing into a weapon. Save our last goodbye.
I think I won't make it with all this heavy hay. It might break my back.
That's a fire hazard you got on your back. What? Ah!
I'll make sure to waterproof it. Boy, that's some sort of big-ass food that you got.
By the way, your mama's so stupid she took a ruler to bed to figure out how long she slept. Well. If there was ever a fake mustache of all fake mustaches. Uh-oh. Anti-government sentiment here. Hey, what's that villain's name from Big Trouble in Little China? What was that villain's name?
Hanchu Sen, I don't know.
Let me see. Big Trouble in Little China here. A lot of people are screaming at us right now. Last time I've seen that, I own the movie on DVD, but I haven't seen it in like a long time. Lopan. It's Lopan. Here's my garbage. Take care of it.
Since you guys are so good in blacksmithing, here, we'll give you all the iron that you need.
I mean, granted, look, here's the thing. History across many different cultures and regions has had similar type of things happen to them, you know, like authoritarian type of governments in place that terrorize farming villages and what have you. But at the same time, in terms of cinema, these get old very fast. You know exactly kind of how these things play out. So you're just kind of like, all right, here we go again.
I was just cooking in this.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bring out your iron.
The use of this village are bandits. Boy, if life were that easy. Everybody out here is a scallywag.
You have been entered into the Hunger Games.
It'd be funny they start eating each other like zombies. I'm about ready to do, like, anytime that main character's on screen, to do like the Mortal Kombat theme. If I understood the capability from a technological standpoint, how to infuse music and sound effects into our discussions and commentary, I would bring up the actual Mortal Kombat theme.
And if you do that, probably get shut down by YouTube. Hey, stop. Sure you really want to do that?
That'd be funny, though. You use the Mortal Kombat theme. You mean from my mouth?
You can still do that with their algorithms.
These stupid algorithms anymore. Forget robots taking over the world. It's the algorithms that are going to take over the world. That'd be funny if that cow just stood up on its hind legs, put its hooves on its hips, and said, "Look, I'm tired of you hitting my butt."
Or maybe
and then,
it just
proceeded
has
to
a,
kip.
or maybe it just has a fetish for having his ass spanked.
Oh. Oh no, we're not gonna go down. We're not gonna go down that alley. Let's back up and take a different route. Why is that person calling him uncle? This woman is too old to be calling him uncle.
Well, maybe this entire village is his whole family.
Oh. Speaking of rabbits. Sounds like he's having trouble trying to.
I'm ready for a poop.
That was a weird cut. What the hell happened? What a weird... I mean, we were in the village, and then all of a sudden, we're here. I mean, I know we're getting the... But it's such a weird cut.
Cover me more, Daddy.
The synth music is so appropriate for... inappropriate for a movie like this. I know it was the 80s, but come on, know your material. So, in a short while, John Rambo is going to make his way down the river and get everybody out here.
Just go get them. That's all you need to do.
Walk in there, say hi, and they'll let you take them.
I will find out who gave me this black eye.
Yeah, he somehow got a black eye when we didn't see him getting beat up again.
Even though you're trash, we're still treating you very nicely.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm serious. Want me to feed you like a baby?
Eat your stinking oatmeal. There's a guy that looks exactly like our main character. Now I'm confused. Is he playing multiple characters?
Maybe they were just short on staff.
You know, these guys are more or less like peasants to this authoritarian ruler. Why aren't some of them actually killed? This old man who is the head of the village is more important to him. Why wouldn't a few of these villagers end up getting executed, including our main character? Because he serves of no import until much later in the movie. I mean, I forget. I don't. They're not kings, but what are they? I don't know. I gotta look up what the titles are of.
All I have to say is timeout for you. You're
title
thinking too
for feudal Korean leaders. Monarchs. Taiwan. There's also the early monarchs, other titles. Jio Singong, Cha Chuang. I'll just use Taiwan.
Oh no, my precious weed.
It'd be funny if they just decided whatever, and they just kind of lay up against that brick wall and start smoking.
Who's this invisible man?
By the way, that's a dual movie set you need to purchase from Arrow Video. I don't know if Amazon has it, but they were made by Dai.
Food fight. Thus, this was the day when food fights started. If you don't eat it, I'll eat it. It looks like shit.
No shit, Jason.
But I can't tell my daughter that. Please don't tell her that I said that. Hey, quit playing with your food.
Please don't tell me this is how Pulgasari is made. Because if it is, I'm about ready to turn it off.
Then what's the point of our podcast for today?
And I would be okay with that.
I love my new toy. Before I leave this world, I would like to do Grand Theft Auto.
That'd be funny if all of a sudden, just out of thin air, he pulls out a armament and just starts blasting away. Again, please tell me that was not made out of that rice or whatever it was that was given to him. First and foremost, it doesn't look like it's made out of that food, but even if it is supposed to be, I'm not buying it.
Don't shake them too hard.
It's like shaken baby syndrome.
Oh, my head! Bad news, he dead.
He did.
Did he have poop in his hand? Oh, it's just
Mama. Not the mama. Ain't the baby gotta love me.
I just have something in my eye. I'm not actually crying. What did I just say?
Do you hear that weird beeping sound?
I don't know. I can't hear it.
This is feudal Korea. They're not supposed to have technology yet.
Let me sew up your rags.
Oh, come on. You really had to use some type of weird animated... Oh, my gosh. Done.
I'm not Minya. Can you not see me down here? Are you blind?
Might as well be Minya. This is how she's linked to Pulgasari. Again, though, I think if I remember correctly, even during our discussion 9 years ago, I think I did give the movie props for the suit.
I hate everything. I'm going to stab you now.
Be like a Tales from the Dark Side story.
That was his fart that propelled him. And later that night, he killed him.
That'd be wonderful.
Boy, I don't like this. Are they supposed to be
again, Jason, I don't know what your deal is today, but stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
I'm getting the hell out of here. He ditched you guys.
You guys didn't have Nintendo.
Or a Game Boy for that matter.
Hell, you didn't even have Atari. Wasn't asking for much. That is indeed what she said.
Yep. Literally.
Oh, this movie.
Buzz off.
When did Indiana Jones get in this movie?
From the very start.
Oh, well, shit, I missed that.
Look, everyone, it's a parade.
Oh, I remember that kid yelling. God, that's so fucking annoying. I remember being annoyed. It's just like, come on, like, Pulgasari, get bigger and just step on him.
Just end the whole thing.
Just end it. Rescue bandits. That guy's obsessed with bandits.
I'll strip ya. Yeah, you think I was going to cut your head off, huh? I'm just going to do it nice and slow. Ah, psych.
That's quite an echo you got up there. And then we get
my beautiful sword.
Get this quirky, cutesy music for something that we're supposed to take seriously. It's just like the tone of this movie is a problem too.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Kill him! He jumped down from there. That would have been bad if he would have not really looked before he jumped and accidentally impaled himself on one of the Imperial Guard spears. The end. Boo, 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 boo.
He made a funny. So he wasn't high after all.
Damn. Hello, my name is Skunky McSkunkface, and I want to stink you up.
And also eat all of your metal. Please hug me. I haven't had a hug in days. Don't worry, I won't bite. You stabbed me in the ass? I hate that.
Sodomy.
No, I'm going on the rampage.
That's a different movie, Jason.
He's our only hope. Why'd you drive him out?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oops, wrong movie.
I think probably at this point it'd be obvious where you can find him.
No, that's too easy, dude. Oh, it almost looks like he was bathing his groin.
No, he's just trying to get Mecha fish. Those tools there, they look pretty flimsy.
Giggity, giggity goo.
I just want to play with you. Now just hand me those tools. If you don't, I'll do horrible things to you. That was me smiling.
Watch me, kid.
Thanks for the tools. Now I'm just going to completely ignore you from here on out.
Asshole. Oh gosh, that kid again. That is painful, though. I mean, just watching.
Well, and just getting your shins batted with wooden sticks.
I mean, considering how old she is and how many boards I see crumbled up by her feet, like her legs would have been busted several times over by that point. Son of a bitch, can this movie end any sooner?
Oops, I accidentally stabbed you. My bad.
That'd be funny. There were so many fatalities as they were practicing. They didn't have enough to actually feel comfortable invading.
We've got a next contestant for Mortal Kombat. Oh,
Fight me in Mortal Kombat.
It's the Blanky Woman. Don't be a dumbass. Who did this to you? All right, we're gonna Ocean 11 this joint.
Ocean's 11, both versions are better than this. Oh, we're gonna Tom Cruise the shit out of this. Dun 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 dun. I'm full of movie.
I'm serious though about the whole music thing.
Don't be paranoid, young one.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, Anakin.
I know.
It's probably Eno. You such white American. What in tarnations is an Ino? I know. Jeez.
You know I was kidding about that.
I don't know. You sounded pretty serious.
I mean, just
maybe he meant wine. Maybe he meant
the way it's spelled.
Maybe he meant wino. You know, the guys behind the other guys. What if they were like accidentally, jabbing the guys in front of him because the other guys behind him are trying to stop abruptly. And as a result, they accidentally get shoved into the guys in front, which are their own men. How many fatalities happened as a result of that in wars over the years?
Or one of their men accidentally does a friendly fire and stabs their other comrade.
And the guy actually was looking at him. He was looking at him, and he knew exactly what he was doing and did it anyway.
Oh no!
He stabbed him.
My bells!
What did he steal? The silverware? Where'd this guy come from? Come on.
I'm the other head honcho.
He came out of nowhere. How long are we into this movie? Like 30 minutes? Over almost 40. And all of a sudden we're introduced to a new villain without any movie, shame on you. It's crackpot storytelling. Watch, this guy gets killed and then some other mysterious villain pops out of the woodwork and then he gets killed and then another, and it's just a never-ending cycle.
Well, I think the one that got stabbed, he's just kind of like one of those regional kind of...
Right, but that was never established up until just this moment.
And then apparently this is the king. Not this dude.
I know, not this dude. This is Thor.
That one's the king.
Right. Watching this makes me want to go back and watch, the Daimajin trilogy. Oh, crap, I just forgot, the other movies that just came to mind that are kind of feudalistic, and it's just man, those were more fun. I still remember one of the things. I'm not sure exactly when, but it'll come up at some point. The little montage of them running from village to village with the gigantic Pulgasari, freeing them from the evil Taiwan.
1, 2, 1, 2. You guys are doing just fine. Just fall in line.
Meanwhile, at Asgard.
Why are you guys just being such lazy asses?
I read that wrong for a split second. I thought he said they're just a village of farters. I thought that's what he says. I'm like, what? Someone messed up the subtitles.
The village of farters.
That's a village that's never been occupied by a foreign power. With good reason.
Well, guys, you failed there. All it is just lots of sticks.
It's the prelude to Tinker Toys.
And Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, those definitely do not look real.
Oh, they most certainly are.
You know what would have been actually funny is if they did use actual boulders during the filming of this, and all these guys are oh.
Those are
other
sound
than
effects.
The theme song for this movie, man, again, the synth music is not appropriate for this type of film. It just isn't.
Boy, I would like to have those wheel-carted spear-like things.
I was going to say, look, are they going to pancake these guys?
Well, not more or less pancake, but skewer.
Yummy, yummy. If you're into cannibalism, today's your lucky day.
Yes, we are wussies.
We are ashamed, my lord. We are sorry. It will not happen again.
Please give us a bitch slap punishment. Thor is very ashamed of you. Ew.
Ah, shit, dude. Are you kidding me? They're hacking away at a horse like that? I mean, I think just, a nice knife would do. Looks like you're eating hay. That doesn't look like meat.
Or fur.
I mean, what the hell?
Or was that guy just eating a bunch of weeds?
I mean, being a vegetarian is healthier, but man.
I think they're going a little bit too extreme if on vegetarian, if you say so. Just
the extreme version of vegetarian is a vegan.
boy, all that bark just made them really full.
Everyone will starve to death. You guys just ate this horse that was like huge.
I didn't actually mean that we'll die bravely.
I didn't mean that we actually go out and do something. Doesn't sound like an actual animal. What? I saw that coming.
It's just a flesh
Got
wound.
food to last us for a day now. Dude, you turned your back. Sounds like lasers are being fired.
Yeah, layers are being fired.
Yeah, layers are being fired. What is it? What sound does a layer make? I don't know what.
Ching, ching.
Ping, ping, bong, bong. Ping, ping. Sounds like someone's got phasers or something.
Photons or whatever. Oh yeah, some hand-to-hand combat when your enemy is trying to fight you with their weapons. Boy, this bowling ball is so heavy.
It's that woman.
Whoops.
So if she were to have gotten killed, let's say right here, would Pulgasari have died too? I think so, wouldn't it? Because he was brought to life by her blood.
Spoiler alert.
Well, no, you saw it earlier. Hi.
At first sight, I was in love.
Memoirs of Pulgasari.
It's the literal Beauty and the Beast.
Hi, I'm Bob. What's your name? It's going to be our happiest day ever when we have our vows told to each other.
He's my boyfriend. What up, guys? Do you like beer?
I brought solo cups and ping pong balls as well.
Even some metal bats.
What would you need the metal bats for? And they're off. I mean, that's what it looked like. It looked like they were told to...
Let Pulgasari go first.
Pulgasari just... They're all retreating because of one creature.
Oh boy, it's like gold to me.
They're standing still, but yet he's walking.
He's cheating. Dude, you're Hammer. You're Thor.
Speak quickly. And then they bring up the Micro Machines guy. Oh, no. My worst fears are confirmed. Oh, damn it.
For those that are listening to the audio version, Kent wasn't hoping that Pulgasari wasn't made out of rice.
Well, they can follow along, assuming they're watching it with us here. Like I was saying, the darn thing didn't even look like it was made out of rice. I mean, it looked like an actual vinyl toy. I don't know, these people look pretty healthy to me.
They don't seem like they're starving to death.
Pretty agile, too. I mean, they're taking good care of themselves. See, look at all the greens you got there, and look at that pig. I mean, that's an actual pig they're carrying there. Oh, shit, man. They're like hacking away again.
Yummy.
The poor animals aren't celebrating. There's no more wood. All right, and then she does a skimpy little dance in front of a guy, and she's like, look, I got wood. Bump, ba, da, bup, bup. I don't appreciate that, kid.
I'm trying to listen to my music. I'm trying to play mannequin. I'm trying to kill you, kid.
The loss of animal habitat is due to the deforestation by a creature called Pulgasari.
Don't disturb me. I'm trying to find gold.
She gets into more trouble that way.
I'll find my bride-to-be.
Those motherfuckers. They'll regret the day they mess with me. We're getting close to reaching our limit, so better use the mother effers here wisely from now on.
I don't understand your language.
It obviously somehow is able to understand because it understands the people it's protecting, which, again, it's never really explained how that happens. But, again, you're just supposed to go with it. That cage doesn't look big enough. Seriously, it doesn't.
Don't worry, guys. I have a plan. Shut up, woman.
Jeez. That's an up-close animatronic head that they were using there. That's quite a sword there. All the serrations.
Shut up. They said they were going to take me to a circus.
Yeah, that door's secure, let me tell you.
Yeah, like all those logs and stuff is going to keep them in.
People sometimes. Oh boy, a warm bath. God, whoever the fuck out there has their radio blaring, turn it the fuck off. Thank you. Finally, someone listened to me. Oh, damn it, you mother. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I like playing with fire.
If it's made of iron, like, isn't technically the worst thing that could happen to this thing, like, maybe it melts or something?
Oh, if it gets up to the right temperatures.
Temperatures. Everything is about temperatures. Is it hot or is it cold? Temperatures.
Thor has succeeded. It's got some.
Wrong movie. Plus, that one's set like 500 years in the future.
Now I'm mad. Red mad. Big red
Like
bad now.
Destroya coming out in its final form. I am a nerd and I remember that stuff.
I've become evil.
The red fire is supposed to indicate he's angry.
I am the evil incarnate.
Yeah, but they're evil. How can he be evil and they are evil?
Look at me, I am angry.
Angry Bird.
Me with angry face.
Angry Birds. Angry Birds.
Boy, what a way to go. Thus he melted away into the water.
He's just bloated.
Yeah, I'm just a fat, lazy slob right now.
I believe the technical term is fat fuck. What beer is that?
Bauhaus.
What?
Bauhaus.
At first I thought you said outhouse. It's like, I collected this from an outhouse latrine.
It's Bauhaus. It's a German style beer from a local brewery up in the Twin Cities.
You can take the man out of Minnesota, but you can't take the Minnesota out of the man.
You said it, Night Wolf. I'm so proud of myself. You know, with the music, I just realized it reminds me of the Pod People.
Oh, God,
movie.
man. Like, the last time I saw that, it was the MST3K version again. I mean, you're probably going back to, what, 2013?
Something that was like that, or maybe a little bit sooner than that.
That was okay.
This is my spot. Of Mortal Kombat.
Get after me, damn it. How come you get to do it?
Well, I didn't do the music. I only just said.
If you say Mortal Kombat 3 times in a row, something bad will happen.
The village farters are coming.
This Thor is a pretty terrible Thor.
Maybe he's a low-budget Thor.
I have to admit, like, for about half the movie up to this point, I haven't been paying that close attention. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
Well, at least you can say we got 35 more minutes left.
It's not soon enough. I mean, I know there's a fair amount of action going on, but none of it, I don't want to say none of it. I would say most of it really isn't that good. I mean, none of this is tickling my fancy here.
Boy, they're trying to really lower the reins this whole final battle.
Battle for Mordor. The reason why they got those, the reason how they got those rocks on fire is because, hey, they aren't real rocks.
I wonder if some people actually caught on fire with those things rolling down.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, come on, that's actual fire going down onto actual people. We were talking about real rocks falling on people earlier. Well, this is real fire. Maybe next time they're going to throw rocks down that have spikes on them or something. They just keep upping the ante. Do I have $10 on spikes? $10 on spikes. What about 15 for live eating piranhas?
All right, boys, let's get them. They're trying to attack Asgard.
The Bifrost is under attack.
Back in those days, these were missiles.
What the hell? We so badly wanted to make a modern day movie.
That tickles. That tickles more. Now I'll mortar you.
I hate things that involve eyeballs and teeth.
It grew its eye.
But again, isn't it made of iron? Like, shouldn't that stuff more or less just bounce right off of it?
Well, it's got to have some vulnerable areas.
No, come on. This is like Superman.
Yeah, well, Superman
the only thing
vulnerable to kryptonite.
Superman has kryptonite. Pulgasari has that woman's tears. There you go.
I hate you. Be gone. This is worthless shit.
Just like this movie. You said it, Pulgasari. I think I'm going to, instead of just saying his name all the time, I'm going to start calling him Pulley for short.
Makes sense. Do you like my impression?
Oh, one of these wackos.
Be gone, heathen!
Remember what happened to the guy in Varan? He got killed.
Because I like this. Boy, this is some terrible concert. You know, with all the silk clothing that she had on. And then she accidentally got right next to the fire and started lighting up all that silk.
Like funny, like 'cause she's, getting all wild, like if her dress caught fire, and then she's like, ah! 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 I'd pay to see that. That would salvage this movie. If fire didn't stop it, what makes you think, burying it will?
Trying to pull Godzilla raids again.
I was just about to say they had to have seen Godzilla raids again, but apparently not. What do you make of that, Al? Godzilla!
And there goes the layers. Oh no, not Night Wolf.
I swear, if I see another little festival with more people hacking away at horses.
Well, this time it's quite the opposite. They are in despair. I am not Inde. Oh no, I'm coming, Elizabeth!
Coming to join you, honey. There gets to be a point where you have to wonder if certain people are just a liability and you just gotta let it go.
Like this dude.
Yeah. That's right, I forgot. He was killed here.
Yeah, I sort of forgot.
Brownie points for the movie on doing something bold. No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you could, but then everybody else is going to die. Oh, dear.
Don't tease me like that.
Are these supposed to be hookers? I mean, I'm serious. Are these supposed to be
Well,
hookers?
didn't you just read the subtitles there?
Well, I wondered, but I thought, no way, they wouldn't actually do that.
Well, if they can do, hacking one thing earlier, then it shouldn't be quite the shocker.
Holy shit. There are hookers in this movie. Yeah, that looks like water.
Or maybe 100% yellow stuff.
You and the scatological stuff this time, man.
Just act normal. Member berries are coming to me.
So if you had to fight all of a sudden, like if your camp is becoming under attack, most of your men are just trashed.
Like these guys.
Yeah, like there's no way you could effectively defend yourselves because like 75% or more of your camp is just wasted.
Because he wanted to. Later that night, they died from poison. Forgot my flashlight.
No, he forgot his fleshlight.
And you say things about me crossing the line.
You're talking about poop and pee, though.
Stand back. I'll use this dagger.
What the hell? Did she stab her arm?
She sliced it.
Like, I think you got some major arteries and veins that run there. Like, that's almost the equivalent to slitting your own wrist.
Well, it's kind of close.
And I don't even want to think about that. That's another thing that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I'm just looking at mine. It's sort of close.
Oh, stop. No, I don't. No, we're not talking about that shit.
He has risen.
Go ahead, say hi.
Hi.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Look, dude, graduation was like 2 weeks ago. You can take the cap off now.
I've ridden 3 weeks just to bring you this news.
And I forgot. It's been 3 weeks, so I forgot.
You better know what it is. See this? We are starting our industrial revolution.
And that's when everything went south.
But yeah, the synth music just sort of takes you out of it.
This is just a garbage movie. I mean, it really is. I just. I mean, like I said, I've spent most of this movie now. I'm really not even paying that close attention because I'm just so bored out of my mind. But the only thing that's keeping me going is the stupid comedy we've been doing. This should have been something we, should have done like a drunk commentary on. Like, I bet we could have really had a heyday with this one.
Especially if it was all scripted. Probably had a fun time with it.
If we scripted it while drunk, there's no way we could read it.
Well, because it'd be all in scribbles.
That's how it would look through our drunken eyes. Whether I don't know what that weed.
What the hell is coming out of that one human statue cannon? See that?
Oh, yeah. For a split second there, I thought it was positioned somewhere else. He got shot in the head already, but they missed.
I like stroking my beard.
I probably would too if I had a beard that long. This is just the same old shit, different day. I mean, come on, movie. Like, I know you're kind of trying, but none of this is entertaining. I think part of it is just the fact that you don't have any more intriguing character work. I mean, it's a very bare bones story, which is fine, but, if you just had more intrigue, like just even watching the Daimajin movies, those by and large are straightforward too, but one of the things that helps those movies are, some of the character work, and just these don't even come close to those. This is sort of like near the ending of Galgameth, which is a better movie, by the way. I never thought I'd say that, but it is. What the hell? How did it turn into like some sort of plasma beam?
I'm choking to death, guys. Do the Heimlich.
That was awful. Like, why did it look green? Oh, again. See, and it looked more orange after he spat it out. Like, why couldn't they have done that as it was going in? Oh, now we're trying to do some Daimajin stuff. Daimajin did it better. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down dish wall, giggity.
Ooh, a new plaything for me.
I don't like it.
Let's see what it does to this.
How did it blow up? I mean, seriously, it was like iron. How the hell did that blow up? It's like the stereotypical 80s thing where a car like tumbles down and then it stops for a second and then kaboom.
You're thinking too much.
Ow. Yeah, because your spears and everything worked before.
And more layers.
You do realize you keep calling them layers and not lasers, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it on purpose.
I'm just making sure.
I'm not that dumb.
I don't know. I wonder sometimes. Thank God.
Help
we're
me,
getting
Daddy.
close.
I'm coming for you. He's hiding here.
How much do you think this building took up in terms of percentage of the film's budget?
Probably quite a bit. Because look how big that sucker is.
I know, that's what I'm saying. How much? It's like,
I'd say
I wonder
probably
how long it took for them to build it.
I'd probably say by far, out of all the kaiju movies, that probably has to be one of the biggest, like, building
Probably.
miniatures. I hate this pole. Get out of my sight. Oh no, Thor's dead.
How is that going to help you while your building is like collapsing all around you? Unless it's some sort of magic cloak.
Like they say, you can run.
I was going to say,
hard.
step on them. I was about to say step. I didn't think they were actually going to do it. Oh, that's funny. It's funny how so many of these people survived. Like, did only 5 of these people die? And like,
There's nothing for me here. It's so boring.
again, you said it, Pulgasari. I thought that one guy died already.
Oh, you guys are too kind. But this is my favorite toy. Just rips it off like it was a piece of chocolate.
One of those like hollow Easter bunnies.
Or Cadbury eggs.
Yeah. Like, That guy looks like he's chewing gum. Gum hasn't been invented yet.
Well, let's find out. Well, chewing gum has been around for 5,000 years. So it would have at least existed.
I think that's the first time in like an old-timey movie I've ever seen someone do chewing gum.
Boy, that was quite the apparent transition.
I've long since given up on this thing. I gave up on it when we were at 000.
Hopscotch in the neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
He's in the village of farters.
Yeah, go ahead and try to reason with it. Let's see how well that works out for you.
I'm just a lazy bum now.
Well, there's iron in the Earth's crust. Maybe you can just start digging.
Just take him down there.
How many gallons of tears she's shed throughout this 90-minute production?
Probably create a river.
Cry me a river, girl.
He be the cause of the Great War. To end all wars.
But we just had a war.
You haven't seen war yet, son.
Ooh!
How do my eyes look? I'm just a lazy slob. And I'm also drunk. I don't think she's quite hitting that bill.
Probably not. But then again, is anything in this movie ever real?
Who knows? Those rocks are real.
I doubt that.
What a lovely home. I'm just going to ruin it.
She would have to like really make sure you can't be in it like that. You'd have to like hold your arms and legs out to the side so you know. She a goner now. Yeah, right. And yet somehow she didn't get like squished to death, chewed up. Oh my gosh, I forgot that. That's so funny.
I'm coming, Elizabeth. I don't feel so good.
And no one's around to be like, oh my gosh, what's happening?
What's that sound?
Well, look at the quality of the film here. You see all that?
Yeah. Later that day, his child arose.
What are we supposed to make of this here? Isn't it supposed to, like, cease to exist too? Because now she's dead, like... Okay, there we go.
Sleeping Beauty waiting for her prince. And that's it.
Thank God. Just... Oops. I mean, you heard me at the top of the show and you heard me during the show. I think that really sums it up. I've got nothing more to add.
Yeah, like I said, the suit design is pretty decent for what it did and stuff. And then, yeah.
I will say the movie's theme music is pretty good. All of the sound quality is pretty bad, but
talking about
the rest of the music is not appropriate for a movie with this setting.
Yeah, with all the synth music and stuff.
Yeah, just nope. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this movie. Obviously, this is the second time I've seen it in its entirety within a decade. I mean, look, it isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's bad enough to where it's like, I don't really want to watch this. I was bored. I mean, like I said, twice, I think, throughout the course of the commentary, I kind of was doing other things. I wasn't paying any real attention to it. I mean, just, yeah, and I own a DVD of this thing. And to be perfectly honest with you, I bought that DVD going on 6 years ago. I haven't even put it in any of my players once.
Yeah. And I think probably the thing too with it kind of taking place in a feudal setting back in those times without too much action going on. I mean, most of the action is going to be between humans against humans, and then you may get things like that. I think it's just depends on the setting. Too, which kind of makes things a little bit boring.
Yeah. And so with that, we thank you so much for joining us. We're not going to have a show in 2 weeks because that's cleaning day. So Jason and I will figure out a different date for the next commentary. And we'll figure that once we get off air here. But thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, and I know that pretty soon we're going to be doing the first part of, was it the Ultra 7?
Just inside a month, yes.
Yep. So with that, thanks for joining, and also make sure to hit the subscribe button and like our Facebook or social media pages and all that. You can see as far as where you can watch us and listen to us, both video and audio formats and everything. So yeah, and then you can also find us over at DaikaijuNetwork.com where you can watch our videos and as well as listen to the podcast. Right there on our website.
And we haven't written articles in a long time. That needs to change.
Well, I know you talked about doing that too, but
I know. I started one, I think, early last year or something, and I never finished it. I think it's still in the draft compartment of our site.
Well, I know I have one there too, and that's still kind of a draft version too. So, but anywho, with that out of the way, yeah, thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next time. We aren't entirely sure when we're going to be coming back as far as the specific time. So, yeah, thanks for joining, and we will see you guys next time.